Everybody, my name is Dee Dee, for those who do not know me, and I was just sitting out here doing some homework, checking my chart, so I decided to make a video briefly explaining what exactly that us Forex traders do. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is for several reasons. I wanted beginners to have actual insight on what is going on if they take upon this opportunity. And I also wanted to help other traders be able to explain it to those individuals that are unaware of what we do as Forex traders. So I decided to make this video to keep everyone, make sure you're not blinded when you're stepping into this opportunity. And I know that several people have asked me exactly what we do, and I don't always find the time to explain it thoroughly. And then I know there's also other people who have been wanting to ask me but never reached out to me. So I hope this video finds you helpful. I'm going to share my screen and explain some fundamental basics to get an understanding of what exactly we do and how we profit money in the foreign exchange market. Okay, so here we are on tradingview.com. This is one of the many platforms as traders use to help analyze charts and help us get into trades. So if this is your first time looking at a chart, I know it may seem quite intimidating, but I promise it is not. And I'm here to help you get a little bit of insight to get an understanding of what we do and how we profit. If you do not know what Forex is in general, I do have a previous video, but this video specifically is just covering some basics. Okay, so as you can see over here in the top left corner, we have 6 letters. Now, those 6 letters it's called a currency pair, right? And let me explain it to you. Now, we trade currencies in the foreign exchange market, right? So when exchanging currencies, you always have to have 2 different countries' currency in order to be able to profit on a difference of its value. So when you see EUR USD, all that means is the euro versus the United States dollar. It's very simple once you get the hang of it. We trade various different currency pairs, but today we're going to focus on EUR USD. Okay. So as a general concept, what we're saying when we have a currency pair structured as such, depending on the move, but just to give you a general insight, concept type idea, what I'm saying is the country, the economy of Europe is stronger than the United States dollar. Now, as I said, it depends on which move I'm making, but generally you can view it as such. I'm saying Europe's economy is stronger than the United States based on the placements of my currency pair. All right, so give me a second here, and I'm going to give you some insight. Okay, so with that being said, I'm basically saying the economy of the first pair is stronger than the United States, and the United States is weaker than Europe right now as far as this trade. Now, to be able to understand these charts and how they operate and how to make a trade, you have to understand the movements, right? But prior to understanding the movements, you have to also know and be informed of what the market consists of. Now, for those who do not know, this market is one of the, okay, so in comparison to the stock market, the foreign exchange market is, I don't know how many times more lucrative than the stock market. This market generates $5.3 trillion a day. And when I say that, I'm saying the individuals who make the market move, they generate and exchange $5.3 trillion worth of currency each and every day. Now, when I say those people, I'm speaking of the major market participants. And what that means is the government from different countries, different banks. We have individuals called hedge funds that work for different companies that exchange the company's money to profit as well. So though we have, it's a few more, but just generally, and it makes sense if you think of it logically, because the world doesn't evolve without money. The economy does not stay strong in the United States without money. No economy can function without money. So that's why the government is one of the major roles in the foreign exchange market. They are the people who makes these movements that we see and that I will explain shortly, right? Okay. So every currency has buyers and sellers. Every currency has buyers and sellers, right? Someone is always buying a currency. Someone is always selling a currency, right? So if you take a look here, I'm gonna zoom in. The green candles on my chart, these represent the buyers. And the red candlesticks on my chart represent the sellers, right? So in a sense, the buyers are trying to increase the value of the euro, right? And the sellers are trying to decrease the value of the euro, right? So when I say that, this is what I mean. And we look at various currency pairs each and every day, as I've mentioned. All right, so if you take a look here and glance at this area over here, you can see it clearly made an uptrend, right? I can draw a couple trend lines just to help you guys see it. Just general, I just put something on the chart. So you can be able to see that the market moved up in this area, right? So what this means is the value of the currency increased, which let us know as Forex retail traders that we could buy this currency pair. The buyers took over the market and they pushed the value of the euro greater than the United States dollars, which indicated a strong buy trend, right? So when the market is going up, we are buying the currency pair that we're in, right? And the same thing goes for the other way around. As you can see over here, the market made its way back down. So let's draw a couple trend lines here. Just generally speaking, I know that had to be news or something, but probably not, but I'm not doing this for perfection, just to show you all and so you can see where I'm speaking of. As you can see, the market made its way back down after it came up. So this is right here. This area is where the sellers took over the market and they decreased the value of the euro against the United States dollar. So essentially the economy of the United States was stronger than the European economy, which made the market go down. So the major market participants, they sold the United States dollar to create this and make it stronger than the euro and created a downtrend. So when we have a downtrend, that indicates and let us retail Forex traders know to sell the currency the currency pair, I'm sorry. So as you can see, unlike many financial markets, and especially unlike the stock market, we can profit no matter if the market goes up or if it goes down. If it goes up, we are buying. If it goes down, we are selling, right? So we can be a buyer or a seller at any given time. Any given time. And how we would know is based on our analyzation of the charts and predicting what it may do next. Now, I want you guys to also know, like, this is not a full in-depth detailed video on how to trade, just concept or giving insight how we know what we're doing when we're looking at charts, right? So as I mentioned, the market can either move up, it can move down, but it can also move sideways like this. And we call this consolidation. Let me highlight it for you guys. This entire area within, we call this consolidation. Personally, I do not trade consolidation. This is more of a ranging market. There's no clear indication if the buyers are taking over or the sellers are taking over. So I typically wait until it stops consolidating and it makes an obvious move, such as this downward trend that followed this ranging market. So another thing, the next fundamental step, which I'm not going to go in depth on this video because I do not want it to be long, we also know how to analyze the market and create something called support and resistance lines. Now, I may do another video on those another time, But I hope this video gives you insight on exactly what we do as traders and how I teach my team specifically, and how other retail Forex traders have the opportunity to make money in this financial market each and every day. And as I said, we are able to analyze and put our knowledge to the test and be able to participate in the market alongside the major market participants. All we do is find trends in the market and we buy or we sell. The trend is our friend. It's really as simple as that. Of course, there's other fundamentals you have to understand. This is like learning a new language, but once you learn it, can't no one take the knowledge away from you. You'll be able to go to your computer or your phone and make money at your own convenience. It's literally this simple. We also understand market patterns. I can talk about that later, but I see a double bottom right here. You can Google it. Forex double bottom. I can Google it for you guys. So what a double bottom is exactly what it says. I can show you in market sense. It's where two areas of the market meets at an approximately close range. So a double bottom is essentially like a W. And so when we see this market pattern, we know that the market is going to buy after the double bottoms are formed, right? And we know when to get into the trade or in the market based on that market pattern. So as you can see, this was a double bottom. After it formed, individuals who took this trade was able to buy the market and call all this money. So I hope this was helpful and this gave you some encouragement to do some research and understand what foreign exchange is, Forex is, and how we're able to make money. At least one person found that video very helpful. Of course, I cannot explain everything in one video. I just wanted to give you all a brief overview to be helpful, because my main concern is exposing the power of Forex to as many individuals as possible. I want many of you all to understand the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, correct? And this is a very lucrative, valuable skill you can learn to increase the number of incomes you have, streams of income that you do have. So also I want people to understand this is what the wealthy people do not want us to know. Things of this nature is what keeps us separated, especially intellectually when it comes to being knowledgeable of such valuable skills. So I hope this at least encourage someone to do some research, join an investment team, expose yourself to be able to learn. I promise it is not hard. I was not born knowing how to trade. I learned and I applied myself, and now I teach others that are a part of my investment team. But whether you do it on your own with another investment team, I just hope you take it serious, because knowledge is not power unless you apply it. And there's the only thing difficult about trading is the ability to listen and apply yourself. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and you guys have a great one. Thanks for watching.